It's not every day that you get to sit with a living legend, an icon of Nigerian cinema, charisma, and timeless cool. He's graced our screens, inspired generations, and stayed true to his craft. Beyond the movies, he has also trained as a lawyer and former commissioner for culture and tourism in Delta State, because of course, he does it all. Today, we're not just talking career, we're talking legacy. So this is Tem Talks with the incomparable Richard Mofe-Damijo, RMD.
Drum roll.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're really excited to be sitting with you today, and we're grateful that you've honored us with this opportunity. So, a few of our followers, they've sent in some dilemmas because they were like, we need our daddy to give us the answer. So, we got some a dilemma. Dear daddies, my 65-year-old dad just married a 39-year-old woman, same age as me, which is cool, that's his choice. However, now she's low-key flirting with me and even tried to proposition me. What should I do?
So this is a guy
Yes.
writing in?
A guy, his dad's new young wife.
Yeah, he should have a conversation with his dad.
And tell his dad?
Of course. Otherwise, he will live to regret it. There's nothing under the sun that will not be revealed at some point. So, just look, when you don't face up with things that you need to face up to, when it is time, they will come to pinch you in the butt. That's what movies are made about. That's why movies are the things that they are.
I feel like I've heard a few storylines like this.
Yeah, that's why stories are the way they are.
You've acted in a few of these.
Not really, but I'm 64 years old.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing that can faze me anymore. Because I know human beings they will mess up.
So as a father, if a son approached you like this, with this type of dilemma, what would your reaction to it be?
I will, listen to him and then know that, there are always two sides to it. I want to know what, it must be that I obviously made a wrong choice.
Yeah.
Because I don't roll like that.
Yeah.
I'm not about to marry and do freak-offs with my son. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm not that liberated as a father.
Yeah.
So definitely it means, there's something wrong with my choice.
Yeah.
Because it's not so much as the age difference.
Yeah.
It's just the personality of the girl that I got married to.
Yeah.
That's what it will be. So you make a better choice next time.
So you would advise him this year to go and speak with his dad, let his dad know.
Of course, have a conversation over a bottle of beautiful scotch or beer or something, and tell him that he messed up.
Yeah.
That he made a wrong choice. See, getting married again, it's not the issue. Or getting married to a much younger person is not the issue. A 39-year-old girl marrying a 65-year-old man is not an issue. It is the fact that she is not content with the guy that she married, and there's something obviously wrong, because she should have known, if this is not the guy for her, she should have known. And so if you want a younger man, why did you agree to marry an older person?
Absolutely. That's some fantastic advice.
Really?
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like the person will take it and maybe we'll give you an update, see how it goes.
Okay.
So we'll start with our questions now. So you've spent decades playing an array of characters, from stage and on screen. So what, from all of those experiences, how have you used them for what you're about to perform in Dear Father?
There's a reason why they call it body of works, right? So each one feeds off the other.
Yes.
So experience does count. I mean, it does matter.
Yeah.
It helps you to navigate life as it throws you all kinds of balls.
Yeah.
I have been thrown quite a few in this journey, so it's my experience, it's my age that's helping me to navigate it.
Yeah. And it's been a while since you've been on stage, so... Oh, it hasn't?
Absolutely not. I was on stage last year.
Really?
Yes.
Which play was this?
It's called One Good Man.
One Good Man in Nigeria?
Yes.
And is this your first time on stage in the UK?
No.
What was your last UK stage play?
Well, that's a long time ago. I was at the Shaw Theatre. I did a play called Akogun at the Shaw Theatre. That was in the 90s. So that was a real long time ago. I think it was 92 or 93. It's been a long time ago.
It has, yeah. But I think a stage in Nigeria is the same as a stage in London.
Everywhere.
Yeah. And fatherhood is layered, both on stage and in real life. Did preparing for this role shift how you see your own journey with your father or with your son?
I've been a father for far too long.
Yeah.
I've been a father for 42 years.
Yeah.
So, that's why I could tell you straight away.
Yeah.
Because that could be me. That father could be me.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And we see in the play, we've seen a few snippets. There's a very juicy scene between, I won't call it juicy, but there's a very spicy scene between you and your daughter, where something that I've never seen happen in real life happens within this play. I won't spoil it for those who are yet to see it. But how is your reaction to that? Because I feel like that's not something that you can expect in a Nigerian family.
No, but it has happened.
Really?
Yeah, shit happens.
Yeah.
How
would your reaction be?
There are worse situations that have crippled more Nigerian families than a reactionary thing, which was, impulsive for me rather than anything else.
Yeah.
It's an impetuous child, is prone to certain impulses that you can, in the context of what it is, you can excuse it.
Because of what you said? Do you think you deserved it?
No.
Well, not you, but the father.
No, I don't think it was even what the father said. It's just everything that the child was going through. Yeah.
Oh, that must. How many times do you have to go through that in rehearsal?
And so the good thing is that you don't have to actually go through the ordeal every time, because then acting will mean that if you are supposed to get shot, then you get shot and you get killed.
This is true. This is true. Okay, so what do you think this story reveals about the silent sacrifices that many African fathers have to face?
It's very apropos. It's very apt for the season.
Yes.
It's Father's Day soon.
Yes.
So the fathers take a lot. They are not, and they operate in societies that, even though they seem patriarchal, the laws are all tilted, especially in societies like this. The laws are tilted to favor the woman.
Yes.
So everything that men do here, it's a labor of love and sacrifice, and just keep, performing your God-given role without having to make a fuss about it.
Yeah. And so if you could send a message to the young fathers that are coming to watch this play, what would that be?
Loving and raising a child involves a whole lot.
Yeah.
And you don't do it with a view to getting paid or rewarded for it. You do it as a responsibility, as a job, as a divine instruction for you to do, because you at some point in your life also somebody dedicated and sacrificed to raise you.
Yeah.
So raising another is a thing you dive into. In law we say on all fours. You go in deep dive, for everything, for the good, for the bad, for everything that comes with it. For the ugly, you stay with it.
That is fantastic. And it would be remiss of me not to ask for, I'm sitting before a legend, and to not ask, what would you tell your younger self now, as the 64-year-old that you are today?
What would I tell my younger self? I don't know what I would tell my younger self that I'm not already doing. But if anything, maybe to be even more human than I am. Yes, because to love more, to be more introspective than I am right now, and to love without holding back. Because I think that if humanity keeps remembering that love is at the core of our entire cosmos, then life will be a lot better than it is right now.
I love that. And there's just one more thing. I was doing some research and I saw an interview. It was from a very long time ago. And you said something that, like, you know, everyone is like, oh, you know, how do you do this? How do you do it? And you're like, it's God. And you said everywhere you go, God is like right there with you. Do you remember? Can you share that with our audience today? It might have developed.
Of course, man is essentially spirit.
Yeah.
You know, and so if you are in tune with your spirit, it ultimately is what gives you victory in your physical life.
Yeah.
And I've never shied away from the fact that I'm aware, I'm spiritually conscious of that. And I know that if I'm at peace up there,
yeah,
it is what will transform my daily activity right here on earth. So if I have anything to do, I go with God. Because I feel that I carry the Godhead in me.
I love that. Thank you so much for speaking with us today.
Thank
We're looking forward to seeing the play tomorrow.
I'm looking forward
and on Saturday, yeah. Is it going to be your best performance yet?
Oh, you're only as good as your last performance, right?
And your last one was very good. So we look forward to it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.